Welcome back. Let's remind you can find our top stories on channelstv.com. The Lagos State government has justified the recent demolition of houses and other structures in the Abete-Iwaya area of Yaba, claiming that the structures were built without approval. The State Commissioner of Physical Planning and Urban Development, Mr. Wasiu Anifowoshi, told Channels Television that the affected residents were informed ahead of the demolition exercise. Officials of the ministry, in company of security operatives, invaded the area last week, pulling down hundreds of houses and shanties and leaving at least 200 families homeless. The affected land is the cause of a dispute among 3 communities, including the University of Lagos.
It is the University of Lagos that approached the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development that there are encroachments on the landed property that belongs to for the expansion of the University of Lagos. So the ministry went there. We serve all the notices with the help of the officials of the University of Lagos. And we discovered that none of them has no single approval. And the houses that were demolished, there's only two floors, 2 buildings of 2 floors, 2 structures of 2 floors. Bungalows are 40. Shanties, built with planks and everything, is 101. And altogether, we have 148 structures removed. For this type of assignment to be done, the governor of Lagos State is aware. So, University of Lagos is a federal government institution. It's in our state. It might be a federal government land, but it's being governed by Lagos State town planning law. It is based on that we went there and do the justice.
At least 10 people have been killed and several others wounded in fresh attacks between 2 neighboring communities in Isoko South local government area of Delta State. This attack is coming 11 months after the leadership of Ibide and Opolo-Enwe communities signed an undertaking to live peacefully and end the crisis, which lasted for over 1 year.
Several houses burnt, broken fences, broken windows, property destroyed. Signs of the strife in Opolo-Enwe community after an alleged attack by Ibide community, which left also about 10 people dead and some wounded. So many have fled their homes, including families who lost their loved ones for fear of another attack. The State Commissioner of Police, Anna Ibrahim, and his team, accompanied by the chairman, Isoko South Local Government Area, are also here to get an insight into what led to the crisis, a step he says will help in the ongoing investigation.
Unfortunately, it started as a land dispute, but today criminality is involved. I'd like to use the opportunity to appeal to our people. I think that we need to take a break and realize that human lives are being slaughtered like that of animals. It's now criminality. It's no longer about the land because we have the courts of law. And so if there are issues affecting disputes, you should go to the court of law.
There is proliferation of weapons. And unless and until we mop them up, solution may not be found to this problem.
Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, in a statement signed by his chief press secretary, emphasizes that resorting to acts of violence as a form of redress over grievances by any group or people anywhere in the state will not be tolerated or condoned by the state government. The statement reads in part, "The governor regrets the displacement of families, businesses, and has directed security agencies to promptly investigate and ensure the prosecution of the culprits in the renewed communal clashes in Ibide and Opolo-Enwe, where several lives were reportedly lost. For now, security operatives are patrolling both communities to maintain law and order."
That's news across Nigeria today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Anne Nwawadu.